FaZe Doritos here decided to make an Affliction Warlock guide for Dragonflight Beta. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so here's the talent tree we're looking at right now. And let's get straight into the juicy parts of it. Copy this talent tree, guys. I'll leave the import code in the description. And the most important things that we have here, I'm going to get straight into these. Soulburn, Grim Feast, Haunt, Creeping Death, Dread Touch, and Haunted Soul. Alright, we're not going to pick up Soul Rot. We're completely skipping this side of the tree. We're going to go straight to the left side of the tree, and we're going to go straight into Soulburn. So the biggest changes for Dragonflight is probably that we have Haunt back, and it's actually a good talent. And then we have this Dread Touch thing, which is basically every time you Rapture and you have UA on something, it increases the damage of your Rapture by 13%, stacking up 3 times. So it does 39% increased damage. And then on top of that, you have Dread Touch, which every time you Rapture after having 3 stacks of it, does 30% additional damage. Paired with Haunted Soul, after you haunt, you have 20% damage increase to all your dots on everything, which is insane, by the way. So that's why we go to the left side of the tree. It's just too much stuff to take, and you don't really need this anymore because your Drain Life is giving you crazy healing anyway. And then I was just picking up this because, well, you Shadow Bolt, because I don't pick up Drain Soul as well. You Shadow Bolt and you just have a chance to get a free Rapture, which helps you with your upkeep, which is nice. So that's why I pick up those talents. Let's go into the target dummy and show you guys how Malefic Affliction works, which is the biggest part about your damage rotation. So I'm going to UA one target and press Rapture, and you guys get to see how this interacts. Malefic Affliction will increase my damage by 13% now after I Rapture one time. And as you can see, I have UA on one target, and it gave me 1 stack. So how this works is the more targets you have UA'd, so if I UA 3 targets, the more stacks you receive. So if I UA 3 targets and then press Rapture, it's going to give me 3 stacks instantly. And then upon the next Rapture, it's going to give me Dread Touch on my targets that have UA. So every target I have UA is going to get Dread Touch. As you can see, I'm going to quickly cycle through these. I have Dread Touch on all 3 of them. 30% increased damage on everything, okay? Now let's get to the next part. After I press Haunt, I get another buff, okay? This another buff is called Haunted Soul. Haunted Soul increases my damage over time effects, gives me 20% increased damage while Haunt is active, which is insane. This is crazy damage to everything, and this is like another modifier that stacks on top of Dread Touch and Malefic Affliction that you guys need to definitely be abusing once you get into Dragonflight and it's live. If these things stay like this is going to be the main talent tree build 100%. And now let's go over to Soulburn. This is another defensive talent, which is really OP. The casting circle part, which is really crazy as well. Your teleport is going to give you a movement speed buff like always, and now it's going to give you immunity to snares and roots, which is really good into warriors. I'm going to make another build video about that, probably into how to kite a warrior in Dragonflight, etc, etc. But for now, let's get into this build. Demonic Gateway, this is another really good one because it's instant cast, right? So you Soulburn in the gate, and once the gate opens, then you could just like instantly summon a gate, and you can get away from your portal and your gateway, so melees can't just run you down. So you really need to do that as well. The next part about this is the Drain Life Shield. After I take damage, let's show you guys. I take some damage real quick. Boom. Drop down. Took a little bit of damage, press Drain. After my Drain completes, it's going to give me a shield. As you can see, Soulburn Drain. Another thing to worry about is that this thing can be dispelled. So we worry about that, but it's still really good because it's a free Soul Shard investment. You Soulburn, and whenever you press Drain, now your Drain's like amplified and gives you a shield, which is really sick. So the next part about that is Health Funnel. Health Funnel is really nice if you have a pet out. Only times you have a pet out is when you have a Succubus and you're trying to like CC somebody in the opener. You put your pet in stealth, you can't get sapped. It's really nice into any setup comp. Besides that, you're not really using Health Funnel because your pet's sacked. Pet sack, guys, I hear this debate a lot. Sack does more damage than Synergy ever could, okay? So we're not picking up Synergy. Completely avoid that talent at all costs. Sack does more damage. It's confirmed. It's tested. So don't try to play with the pet out. It's a waste of a talent and it's a waste of your time. So just sack your pet every time. Now on to the next part about Soulburn. Healthstone. Healthstone increases the healing of your Healthstone by 30%, increases your maximum health by 20% for 12 seconds. This is insanely good and important, by the way. Whenever you Healthstone with this, it's basically giving you a Battle Master. So you guys want a Healthstone with your Soulburn active, and then you want a Dark Pact if you have to as well. So now you're going to have a huge Dark Pact because Dark Pact is based off your current health, and then you're having a huge shield as well, which is really nice. Now the next talent, which is these two. These two paired together because you're probably going to be changing both of these depending on the matchup. So I go Ikora Devils and Strength of Will personally, just because, like, let's say they open on you. Like, the game starts, they open on you, you need to have a wall, you need to have a Dark Pact amplified because somebody has a one-shot. Well, you go this so you have a smaller shield that sacrifices less of your health, and then on top of that you go this because now you have a 55% wall. So you're never dying if you have these two talents. Well, there's another thing that you could do. You could also run this, Frequent Donor, and you can run Dark Accord. Both these talents are also really good. Let's say they're not going you. You could start using your wall as a 10-second casting immunity. We don't have casting circle anymore, and let's say somebody's not kicking you. Well, now you could just wall for it. You could wall for it because they're not kicking you and they're not going you. And on top of this, let's say that the regular wall is enough and you know that they're not going to kill you through like a 40% wall. Well, that's pretty sick too. Now you just have a shorter wall and you could use it more frequently. And then on top of that, you can get Resolute Barrier, which pairs really nicely on top of that because Synergy is bad. Synergy is a meme. We're never going Synergy, chat. Nobody play this shit talent. This talent is dog shit. We're not playing with a pet out. I'm tired of this fucking debate. Every time I stream, somebody's in my stream saying Synergy is fucking good. It's dog shit. All right, let's go into the next talent. I'm personally a Fel Domination player. Some people, they go this, Inquisitor's Gaze. They'll drop this and they'll pick this up because Inquisitor's Gaze does like a little bit of damage. I did the test. It does like 1%. This is literally irrelevant. Don't even pick it up. It's a waste of time. You go Fel Domination because let's say you sack your pet and you want to kick again. Let's say you have an imp. You want to Fel Dom an imp because you need to dispel a trap and a guy covered it. Insane for those reasons. Alright, on to the next talent. Amplify Curse. This is another insanely good talent. Curse of Exhaustion, Amplify, you know, Curse of Tongues. 40% increased casting time on your Curse of Tongues. So it goes from 40% into 70%. Excuse me. It goes from a 30% Curse of Tongues to a 70%. So this is insane, okay? 70% casting speed increase on any caster is going to make them useless. Alright, weakness. Also, for melees, it's going to make them useless. They won't be able to crit. There's a lot of classes that rely on crit, like Rogue, Hunter, what else? Warrior. All those types of classes, even the new class, Evoker, Devastation Evoker relies heavily on crit. If their Fire Breath doesn't crit, they're losing a lot of damage. Alright, let's go on to the next most important thing on this tree. Soul Swap, the newest addition in Dragonflight. We're always picking this up. This is an amazing ability. Now we don't have to cast UA and juke a million kicks just to play the game. So that's very important. Let me give you guys a demonstration of damage rotation actually before I decide to call this video. So how I've been playing in the newest expansion is kind of similar to how you always play as an Affliction Warlock. You want to get your Agonies up first of all on every target. Agonies on every target just so you can get your stacks. You see here, I'm generating shards and more dots on everything. So you want to get your dots up so you can get your 3 dots. I mean your 3 shards initially. You want to be able to Rapid Contagion right off the bat. Rapid Contagion. Now all your dots are speeded up. You're getting more shard generation, which means you can UA more. You want to get your UAs now. You focus on your UA. If you can, get 3 UAs on 3 targets, and then immediately press your first Rapture. Boom, you have 3 stacks of this. You get 39% increased damage on all your dots. Now your next dot, my next Rapture, look. Boom, Dread Touch, 30% increased damage. Now you press Haunt. I'm going to Haunt the main kill target. Now this target has 10% increased damage on him, and 20% over time, which is sick. So remember, you want to Haunt, and then you want to UA everything. Press your Rapture 2 times if you have UA on everything. If not, you're going to have to keep trying to ramp it up as much as you can so you can get that UA to 3 stacks. And once you get it to 3 stacks, you're going to be pumping. And the most important things, chat, when you see your Contagion off CD, you want to be pressing it off CD. That's going to increase your damage tremendously. Just like in Shadowlands, it's probably your biggest damage amp. Out of everything else, Contagion. Now, boys, thank you all for watching. That was a quick video. I decided to do something different today to like spice it up. Wasn't streaming today, but I will be streaming tomorrow. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one.